Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time watching me, hi, I'm Gigi. So last week I posted a get ready with me here on my channel where I spoke about a couple things, including the explosion that happened here in Beirut where I live on August 4th. And I'm very big on mental health. I am not an expert whatsoever, but I have dealt with a lot of traumatic things in my life, and I had to learn the hard way how to deal with them and how to get over them in a way. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 ways that you can deal with any traumatic experience that you might go through, whether it is this explosion, whether it is something else. You can I think benefit from this video, I hope. So the first point I want to mention is I think the most important point on my list, and it is taking your time to process the traumatic event that you have went through. As I said, no matter what this event is, you should take your time to deal with it, because sometimes when we're busy and when we have work and school and stuff like that, and something traumatic happens to us, it's like we don't take our time to process it. We don't sit and think about it and think why it happened or how it happened or whatever it is, and we just rush. We as humans have this, we always rush to all right, I went through this, all right, next thing. We have this, and I've done this in my life for such a long time, but I'm learning now to take my time to process things, because when you don't process them at the moment or in the moment, it's like they get stacked up on top of each other in a way, and then you get to a point where you have 10 different traumas to deal with, and this is not good. You should deal with it in the moment. Take your time. There is no specific date or timing. It's not some people get over a traumatic event in 1 week, some people in 1 year, some people in 10 years. It's not, there's no specific timing. Life has to carry on at the end of the day, and we all have responsibilities and stuff we need to get back to, but I feel at the same time you should be processing what happened to you. What I'm saying is you shouldn't just forget about it or say I'll deal with it later. That's not good, because as I said, the traumas are gonna get stacked on top of each other, and that's not pleasant, trust me. Now my second point is to actually find a way of dealing with the trauma. We're all different. We all have different ways that we like to deal with it. Some people like to cry. Some people like to go do sports and boxing and whatever, just to get the anger out or whatever it is. It's whatever makes you feel better about yourself, you should channel your anger or whatever it is into it. Some people, as I said, like to sit and cry. Some people like to go do sports. Some people like to write. Some people just like to sit in bed and watch movies and series and just eat. And some people like to bake, and there's also no right or wrong answer, and as long as you're not hurting anyone else or hurting yourself, it's totally okay. Don't feel guilty just because you're sitting in bed and eating your feelings away and just crying. You shouldn't feel bad. This is your way of coping with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. You should just find a way that makes you feel better and stick to it. Now my third point is to actually talk about what happened to you. Sometimes when we go through stuff, we just tend to keep it to ourselves, and I totally get that. Trust issues and many other things come along the way, but at the same time, when you vent to someone that you trust, it could be anyone. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your best friend, a therapist, a stranger. It doesn't really matter. Find someone that you can trust. Find someone that's not gonna judge you or make it about themselves basically, and just listen to you. And of course, I'm not saying you should go and talk about it to whoever it is, but sometimes when you do, you might find common ground with someone, and you might bond over maybe they've went through the same thing or something similar, and you might bond, and you might give each other advice and stuff like that, and this is a good thing. And of course, make sure you trust the person that you are about to vent to. Or you can just go tell a random stranger in a bar, you know, they're not even gonna know your name, they're not even gonna know anything about you except that one thing you're gonna tell them, and it feels better. Trust me, I have tried it, and it just makes you feel better. It's not gonna solve anything, but it kind of lifts like a tiny little weight off of your shoulders, and it feels good. Now, my fourth point, of course, it doesn't apply to everyone, is to actually keep yourself connected and keep yourself social, and still go out and see people, and not really lock yourself in a room or in your house or whatever it is. Like when there's no like social interaction with other people, this kind of like makes your trauma like 10 times worse. And I feel like personally, when I was dealing with a trauma, I didn't lock myself in my room. You know, I still went out, I still saw people, I still, you know, mingled and stuff. But at the same time, I was still processing what happened to me. I was still thinking about it, but I was just, you know, letting go. Like sometimes you just need to let go. And of course, I'm not saying go out every day and go party every day and like pretend as if nothing's happening. But what I'm saying is like you can go out once a week, twice a week, have like a tiny little human interaction, socialization, and just like gradually work your way into feeling better about yourself. Now, my fifth and final point is taking care of your physical health. Sometimes where we're not, you know, at 100 with our mental health, we kind of forget about our body, we kind of forget about our physical health, and we start eating nasty food, toxic food, or just, you know, like ignoring ourselves basically. And I'm not saying you should go healthy and eat salads and stuff, because I don't do that, but I'm saying like you should kind of cut out the toxins from your life when you are dealing with like mental health problems. And you should drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, eat healthier foods, not healthy foods, but if you want to do that, of course, that's great. And as I said, I don't, you know, when I am going through something, I always like up my physical health. Like I just eat as if there's no tomorrow, and this is not good, but this is the way I kind of deal with it, which is not wrong. Like, you know, as humans, we're never going to be perfect. There is no such thing as being perfect all the time. Sometimes you're going to mess up. Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, I f***ed up, and it's okay. You should know that it's okay to not be okay. You know, that's so cliche. Oh wow, I'm like cliche or whatever. It's like so cliche, but it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to feel good about yourself, and it's okay to take your time and heal and just talk about it, and like just work on becoming a better person, a better version of yourself. What I mean to say is like there is no right or wrong way to do this. There is no right or wrong way to work on your mental health, work on becoming a better person, work on overcoming a certain trauma or certain event that was terrible or whatever it is. There is no right or wrong way. You know, sometimes you are gonna mess up. Sometimes you are gonna, you know, look at yourself and be like, oh wow, like instead of, you know, doing the right thing, look what I did. And it's totally okay. You should know that. And I'm so sorry, I'm gonna say it again, but it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be at a 100 all the time. You know, sometimes you are gonna be at a 0, sometimes you're gonna be at a -100, and it's okay. You shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You know, like you should get up, be like, okay, I went through this, okay, let me see how I can get over it. Let me see how I can, you know, take this thing that happened to me and, you know, take it to my advantage, and like, you know, work on myself, work on becoming a better person. And it is possible. You should know that it is possible. There is nothing in this world that is not overcomable. I don't know if that's the word. I don't know what the word is, but I'm gonna put it here on the screen. But there is no such thing in the world that you cannot overcome. You know, everything in life has you know, a way to, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, but you get my point, right? So those were all the things that I wanted to talk about in this video. Those points are all things that I do apply in my life, and that I do apply when I go through something. And as I said, I am not a professional, I am not an expert, but I have went through some things, and some of you might know what these things are. Some of you might not. You know, I have been keeping quiet recently, but you know, that's how I deal with it, and I wanted to share it with you. And I hope you find it beneficial. I hope you find it helpful, and I guess that's it. But before I end this video, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn your post notifications on to get notified for every new upload. I also have a collab channel with my best friend Sasha, where we post fun and entertaining content, so you can subscribe to the t-licious channel in the eye up here or up here, I'm not sure. And finally, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you find it helpful and beneficial. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm only on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and they're all glammed by Gigi. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Bye.